Sellers, do not make this mistake. Do not overprice your home. Please don't do that. The market is shifting as of June 24th, today's date, 2022. The market has shifted so much over the past few months and a lot quicker than most people thought. But do not overprice your home. Not in today's market, not in last year's market, not in 10 years from now market, okay? You need to look at the comps and what's going on in your area and what the homes are selling for, what that market value looks like. Now, you may have a different opinion than what the comps say and what everybody else is saying in the market because it's your home. You're going to have some kind of attachment to it. If you do, you're going to think it should be priced higher than those that are strictly looking at the numbers. Your agent should have a game plan for you as well as far as listing. If you want to list it higher, then there should be something in the agreement that says, hey, in 1 or 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever that may look like, we're going to have a price reduction to get that price back down, to get that traffic. If that traffic is not coming in like you guys should see. If a house sits, it looks like it's rotten. If something's rotten, nobody wants it, okay? The longer it sits, the more people think there's got to be something wrong with it. There's got to be something going on. And then you have that big price decrease, okay? Well, now you look desperate. Now you look like you're coming back down to reality of what the comps support, but now you're looking like you're going to be a little bit desperate. Those numbers are coming down. Somebody's going to come in, you start going to get lowball offers, people coming in knowing that, hey, you've been sitting for a month or two, or hopefully not that long at this point, but if you're sitting, people will see that and they'll start throwing some lowball offers at you. So definitely make sure you're listening to your agent's advice. If your agent is coming in and he's saying you should list it something ridiculous, you might want to look for another agent. You might want to have a couple more guys or girls come in and look at this and figure out, what the best scenario is for you personally. Because if you don't have to sell and you want to throw a big number out there and see if it sticks, that's what some people were doing the past few years, and some people got lucky. That's not what we're seeing in today's market, and as things continue to shift, like I said, it's still the seller's market, but it is slowing down. It is coming down. We're still having multiple offers. We're still having things going for over asking price. So don't get me wrong, it's still a great time, but it's not like it was 2 years ago and how everything was going. So please do not overprice your house when you list. 2 examples quickly. About a month ago, house in my neighborhood went on the market for $319, single story 3.2, great little starter home. All right, went on the market for $319, sat for 2 weeks. They dropped the price to $310. Within 4 days, they had an offer. Now, I don't know what that offer looks like or what it will when it closes, but they were having the activity they wanted at $319, so they had to reduce. Then they got the bite. One yesterday, this one blows my mind, guys, listed for $385 in my neighborhood. The highest property that was sold up until, in the whole history of the neighborhood, all 4 years of it now, has been $331. Okay, this one listed $385. It is not the biggest, it is not the most updated or anything else, but they listed at $385 in this shifting market where there's already been a price reduction in our neighborhood. I've sold 5 of the last 11 homes in this neighborhood. I know what this market is doing. The other 6 I lost because I wasn't doing my marketing, okay? It wasn't for me. But they're overpriced. It will be interesting to see how long it sits for. Their agent is not doing them any justice unless they have some kind of game plan to reduce that price in the next little bit. So it'll be interesting. I'll keep you guys updated if you want to know about that. But the market is shifting. Do not overprice. And the kicker, do not use cell phone photography if you're going to overprice at that price point, or at least get out of the bathroom so you're not doing a bathroom selfie, because that just looks bad all the way around there. And I just can't believe people are still doing that. But that is a video coming up next week on photography. But the key is overpricing. Do not do it. It's what's going to shoot yourself in the foot right now with everything shifting and all that. And if you do overprice, if you or your agent wants to overprice, you've got to have a game plan that you guys come to terms with, or you're going to need to look somewhere else, somebody that's got your best interest in mind for you as well. So if you guys have any questions, any concerns, let me know. This is not to bash anybody. Everybody sees their home and they've got emotional attachments to it. So that value should always be higher. But really and truly what it comes down to is, what is somebody else going to pay for moving in? They don't have those memories. They don't have those attachments. They're seeing the house, the area, the neighborhood, everything else that goes along with the piece of property, and not the emotional side to it. So keep that in mind when you're coming up with your listing, your pricing strategy, or anything else. Always have a strategy, whether it be one that you have, hopefully your agent has one. the past couple of years, you really haven't had to have one. Now you need one. Do not get left behind. Do not let that property get rotten and stale. Make sure you have a game plan and do not overprice.